The hunter is getting closer. That's scary. Got a 1, 1, 3, 4, and 5. Someone out there is tracking you. Yep, they are. We could use... No, hang on. Let's go here first. Because I need a 4. This one? Yeah. Let's go. +1 Solheim data. And then the last one needed a 2, which I don't have. What are these? A lone connection feeds into this isolated node. 1,000 cycles ago. I want to see something as well. Okay, now we got some different... We got some new stuff. And that requires a 2. Havenage agent requires a 2. A 3. I don't know if I should look into this too much. The hunter is now at 2. So yeah, the more I extract, the closer they get, I assume. Okay, I need to figure out how to get the mind fragment things. I don't know if it's by doing this. No, we just got 19. I mean, 19 is good, but still. Feels good. Okay, let's go and see if we can help him out. It's going to be a little bit of a quick, short day, I guess. Ugh, negative outcome. But it went into yard clearance instead. History or no, this ship is salvaged. As Dragos always says, break it down, move it on. Okay. So if we fill this one up, we get some of the history. But if we fill this one up instead, it's just salvaged. Okay. Interesting, interesting. And then the only thing we have left is a 1. Which I don't know what to use for. Acquire stable. Yeah, we can buy one now. But right now we are quite stable, so I'm sort of thinking we can wait a little bit. 3 ship mind fragments. Ship mind, it's called. Explore the rotunda. We could get on the watch list if we do. We only have a 1, so I don't want to be too bold with it. We can go here and see if we can do some safe work. No, it's only risky. Okay. This one cannot turn into a positive thing whatsoever because it's risky. Today it's been like 26 degrees, I think. But that's because it's been cloudy. It was raining. We had some heavy rain yesterday, and it was raining this morning as well, which was very lovely. It cooled things down a little bit, although not too much. It was very humid. So it didn't help that much, but it still helped. So But yeah, it's been like 26, I think, today. Something like that. It's still been hot enough, that's for sure. I'm gonna buy some food. Humid. Yeah, it's been really clammy, that's for sure. Okay, we are one away. I'm tempted. Because I just want to fill this up. Okay. So now it has a new symbol. Cool. Sleeper! Amphis calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause. The spice is rich in your nostrils and think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Emphis. You look at Emphis, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. I don't want to tell him a ghost story. That sounds kind of... Oh, let me tell you a ghost story. No, dreams. All the sleepers, you tell Emphis, had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorms scream or cry out in the night. Did your dreams, those grey skeletal after images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others? They weren't memories or nightmares. They were reflections of reality, distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned back then to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. Twenty-two degrees to 22. Yes. Earth growth. Thaw growth. Yeah, it is still warm. At least the air has been moving slightly today. So I've had a... What's it saying here? Yeah, it's saying 23. So a very, very slight wind, but it's been enough. So when I've had... Like, I keep all the windows and doors open all day. It has moved the air a little bit. It hasn't just been, like, completely still hot air. The growth of... I know it's so growth. I don't get it. Why does it have to be so growth? Welcome in, Web. How are you? And GG on beating Night Rain today. That was impressive. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink, and now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you do not know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps you reason it is just some side effect or particular quality of the frame you inhabit. But whatever it is a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Emphis finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You are quite the storyteller. He eyes you, and you realize that he is trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Emphis passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks, a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind the stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think. A couple of cycles ago, they said that across the gap in the Greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No. Neither had I. But I trust the one who told me. Emphis begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I'm sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Agreed. Good, booms Emphis. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphis slides his walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Emphis's food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think, a trait that seems more than fair. Yeah. We only have 1 dice left, so I will go to bed. It's halfway there now. This is so scary. We're still fairly stable. I mean, in the game, not IRL. We got 2 6s. We gotta use them well. Alright, let's see. Okay. We can't do this anymore. We can unload containers if we want to. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do work. I don't know what happens when this fills up. It's... Oh yeah, the merchants show up. So maybe we'll try to save some money for that. BRB, no worries. The power of Weebus. Okay, so we have a 6 now. We have 2 6s. I feel like we need to use them well, but for what? We do have a 2, so I'm going to use this one first just to get the last one of these. This is going to increase the hunter bar, I think. Wow, okay. Not Chris just leveling up his pro gamer over and over. Holy crap. I mean, it is scary how accurate this bot is so far. Okay, so now Hunter is at 3. That's a bit scary. I mean, yeah, the bot knows you're a pro gamer, so that's all you get for now. You feel you need to improve your gaming skills? No, the bot is just trying to catch up to your gaming skills, you know? It's just gonna level you up. Pro gamer needs to be at like above 60 or something before the bot is happy. It's finally matched your actual skills, okay? So... Okay, yes, we do want to do... Doobly-doo. Investigations. I feel like this is worth it. I'm going to use 1... Hang on, what would this be? Look at Palm with the vibes. Nice. Vibe Lord indeed. Yeah, no, I want to use a 6 for this. Guarantee something positive. Noise +2 for winter light. Okay, we'll just do this for now. Yep. We should look for something that is like dangerous or risky or something and use our 6 for that. We have this. We could get a 5 or 100%. And this should give us +2, right? I think. Okay, let me not use it just yet. I want to make sure that there's nothing else that I should get it for. I don't think there is. Unless there's something here we need a 6 for, but that's a 3. So 1. Yeah. Two. So, we did all the ones that are in here. Do we need to do this one as well, maybe? Can't do that today, but... Okay, we'll wait on that. Okay. Okay, we should definitely go here and sell these two. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at these. Study the winter light. Yeah, that's one we're working on. Extract the past. That's also something. Okay, so we have done scoping the systems now. Let's see if this changes. It did. Nice. Oh, you leveled up your good bean. Good bean level 2. Very nice. As you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads! Feng's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. These snaky shitheads. Who's snaky? Sleeper! Feng's smiling head pops out from behind the stack. Just the emulated consciousness I have been eager to see. Come back here. Pick away between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Feng is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Feng waves at the monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information, names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. Shitheads? Feng laughs. Ah, maybe not all of them, but what kind of shitheads? I'm gonna guess Solheim? Bingo. He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in, all employees of the Eye's original owners, and he leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardin Hurst. Friend of yours? Ben gives you a sideways look. Funny you should say that, Sleeper. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. It just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst in Havenage. He waits for your reaction. In Havenage? That's it. He's right here on the station now. Ben leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on his station as a... Feng leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Feng raises his eyebrows at you. How Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim. How do you know this? I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I am a child of the collapse. Feng turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Feng's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal edge. And the work that paid for that existence? The cycles of hard extraction out in the belt. Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. Surely it can't be him. Feng relaxes a little. Who knows? He turns to you and smiles. So we are going to find out. Arden is now a big shot in the shipyards, just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Feng brings up a map of the lower eye. Havenage might be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Arden happened to float to the top. Feng zooms in on the far yards. Feng grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Feng holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of hardened Hearst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Fang puts a hand on your shoulder. But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Fang grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So what do you say? Up for it? What's in it for me? Rooting out a corrupt snake not enough? Find the information and I'll start work on that tracker of yours. Fang scratches at his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Fang digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the Eye as it once was, a vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin, still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past.